I'm Jason English. I'm a former prosecutor and the founder of Jason English Law. I represent good people who are facing criminal and drunk driving charges. Since you're on our firm website, it's likely that either you, a good friend, or a family member is facing a pretty tough situation. Please know that we can help. One thing that our clients often ask and we talk about, if the police are at our door, what do I have to do? And we're going to talk about that a little bit more today. The police are at the door. Do I have to let them in? When the police are knocking at your door, do you know what to do? The answer depends on whether the officers have a warrant. So before you open the door, ask, do you have a warrant? If the officers have a warrant, you cannot refuse them entry or prohibit them from searching. You can, though, take the following steps to protect your rights and ensure the process of executing the warrant goes smoothly as possible. First, gather information. Ask for a copy of the warrant, then read it carefully. Does the warrant accurately describe the date, the time, and the place of the search? Was it also signed by a judge? Ask for a copy of the probable cause affidavit. That's the sworn statement by the police officer when they present it to the judge in order to obtain the warrant. Number 3, ask for a business card from the lead officer conducting the search. If more than one law enforcement agency, like a police department or sheriff's office, is involved, get a card from each leader of each agency. Determine what and why of the search. Ask the officer in charge the reason for the search, its object, and how long it will take. Then say nothing else. Say as little as possible. Once you've made these preliminary inquiries, stop talking and stay out of the way. Do not interfere with officers. The sooner they finish the work, the sooner they'll be gone. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, call your criminal defense lawyer at your first opportunity. What if the officer at the door does not have a warrant? Well, if the officer at your door doesn't have a warrant, they're not stopping by for a friendly chat. They're investigating some criminal activity or suspicion of criminal activity using a technique known as a knock and talk. The goal of this technique is to get you to open the door so that the officers can look over your shoulder for any evidence of illegal activity, whether in plain view or not. Or they're trying to obtain your permission to come inside for a chat and look around. Both of these scenarios allow for the officers to conduct a lawful search and or seizure without having to obtain a warrant. So how should you respond to that knock at the door when the officers do not have a warrant? Well, you do not have to open the door, but if you choose to, follow these guidelines to assert and protect your constitutional rights. Number 1, step outside and close the door behind you. Tell the officers, I've done nothing wrong, and I would like to help you, but I will not answer any questions or consent to a search without my lawyer present. Once you've made this statement, stop talking. Do not answer any questions, do not consent to the officers entering your home, and do not consent to any search of any kind. Then go back inside, close the door behind you, and call your criminal defense lawyer. If you're not able to turn the officers away, you still have the right to limit the scope to the officer's movement and activity inside your home. You can tell the officer, for example, you're welcome to come in, but we're only going to talk right here in the hallway. Or if the officer asks your permission to do anything, like look around upstairs or take a look in your backpack or over here, you have the right to say no and exercise that right. A police encounter is unnerving. Regardless of why or when the officers knock at your door, the best way to handle this situation, whether the officers have a warrant or not, is to politely but firmly assert your constitutional rights and reach out to your criminal defense lawyer at your first opportunity. At Jason English Law, we are here to help. You can call us 24/7 at 512-454-7548.